Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're celebrating some New Year's new models. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Celebrate this year's store anniversary with the Fyreslayer and T'au Ethereal. Each year, your local Warhammer store puts on a 9-day party to celebrate the Warhammer hobby in your community, complete with exclusive miniatures and loads of Warhammer swag to collect. It's a tradition to have one excellent miniature for each Warhammer 40,000 and Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and 2024 is no exception. Alright, so we got a couple of the anniversary miniatures, and sounds pretty cool. Definitely interested to see what the Fyreslayer is going to be all about, but really happy to see a new Ethereal. Okay, so pretty cool look overall, but I have to say he looks a lot like the recent miniature they put out. Man, that Ethereal is really cool though. Definitely a big fan of that. No hover drone though. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see. Okay, so pretty cool. Definitely some nice looking models right here. Let's kick things off with a calm word from the leader of the T'au Empire. Invocation of the Elements. T'au Ethereal sit in the crossroads of their society's castes Gilded fire, water, air, and earth, with boundless wisdom and forces of will. They frequently take to the battle to inspire their troops up close, and amidst the chaos of battle, it pays for them to stand out with flashy robes and a great big staff. Okay, so definitely a cool model right here. Sort of like holding up some kind of weird jar or something like that. Maybe that's how they mind control the rest of the T'au. Really nice look for sure. Definitely like the robes and cloak. The staff weapon is pretty cool as well. Looks like we've got some alternative builds. So you can do the water, the fire, the earth, and then we see the air right here. So that is pretty cool. Always like when there's some cool alternatives. So I can't quite tell what's going on with the base right here because he's kind of like hovering on top of something, but it doesn't look like an actual hover drone. And as far as I know right now, the T'au only have the actual Ethereal on hover drone as far as a generic Ethereal. So maybe we're going to get some new rules in the new book. Maybe this model is going to have some specific rules just for it. But I think it definitely would have made more sense if you could use this as the generic Ethereal that comes in the army box. But definitely a cool looking model. Definitely a big fan. The other one is okay, this is much more up to date and much cooler. Definitely a bigger fan of this. And I really like the spin on the different elements as well. This miniature, titled Invocation of the Elements, wears flowing robes, inscribed with the icon of the ethereal caste, while their staff is embellished with each of the other caste's insignia. The jar they carry in their other hand emits a choice of 4 fumes, themed after each element, while the model itself stands atop a ruined Aquila, suggesting that the T'au are fighting an imperial world. Yeah, so definitely cool. Alright, and then next we have Brakki of the Gilded Key. For Warhammer Age of Sigmar, we're joined by our fire main friends from the mortal realms. The Fyreslayer heroes, known as Auric Runesmiters, are vital to the Lodge's battle plans, opening tunnels through magmatic grounds with naught but bellowing voices, and Brakki the Gilded Key is one such champion. Okay, so I kind of get what they're doing here. They basically have created a unique or character version of a generic model that you would normally be able to take. So I do like that. As far as Brakki is concerned, definitely nice, cool little axe with the flames and everything. Obviously, nice looking beard and mohawk. Cool pose, definitely a little bit generic. I really like the cape though, and the incorporation of the scales and more intricate design on the back there. Definitely a nice looking model. This miniature is packed with detail, from the intricate key that gives the Duradin his name to raging flames atop his latch axe. It also features a beautiful cape fashioned from the scales and hide of Magmadroth. And Brakki is sure to stand out in the battlefield when you use him in your Fyreslayers armies as an alternative Runesmiter. So yeah, definitely is an alternative Runesmiter and an alternative. So yeah, definitely is an alternative Runesmiter and alternative Ethereal. Definitely like the idea of that. Still kind of makes me think though for the Ethereal that it should be on a hover drone, just because that is a key part of the actual war gear and the way the model operates in the game. But yeah, definitely some cool models right here. And who knows, by the time these actually come out, because it's based on your store's anniversary, the T'au will probably have the new codex by then. And maybe there's going to be an Ethereal on foot. So it'll make a little bit more sense. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. Alright, and then we have some store anniversary extras. It's not just these miniatures that you'll be able to get at your local Warhammer store anniversary event. As usual, we have loads of swag to give away for each 50-pound increment you spend, up to a total of 200 pounds. And I'm assuming they're going to be a currency equivalent depending on where you're at. Get all the swag and you'll be carrying away a set of 2 metal pin badges, 1 chaos warrior, and 1 blood angel space marine with a convenient folding dice tray, a premium metal range marker featuring Terminator helmeted details, and an awesome backpack to carry it all in. Check with your local store manager to find out when the store's anniversary is. Our store finder below will show you the nearest store and their contact details. So pretty cool. The backpack's not bad looking. Looks like it's a decent quality. And the metal range with the Terminator face is pretty cool. So yeah, pretty neat. Always like to see these store anniversary models. It's nice to see like some alternative sculpts. I really like this T'au Ethereal, especially if you're going to be taking like more than one in your army. It's nice to not just have to use like multiples of the same generic model. I really do wish though that this came on the hover drone. I don't mean to get like hung up on that, and maybe with the new codex we'll see the rules change. And it definitely wouldn't be that hard to remove this little Aquila and replace it with the hover drone, but it would make a lot more sense obviously if it like suited the actual rules for the Ethereal. And I think the Auric Runesmiter is pretty cool. Very similar like pose and look and everything to the actual like Runesmiter. But I think this one is slightly cooler, so definitely an upgrade in my opinion. And again, if you're going to be taking more than one of them, it's nice to have an alternative sculpt. So very cool. Always nice to see that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you excited for either one or both of these models? Is it a pain to get a hold of these store anniversary models? I personally don't have a Games Workshop like within a couple hours of me, so it can be a pain at times to get a hold of them. But I can usually get them through like some of the other stores without too much extra effort, or I can usually like work one out in a trade with somebody who has access or just buy one online. But let me know your situation, because I know some people are right next door to multiple Games Workshops. I know other people are literally like hours or even more away from one. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and a Happy New Year, everybody. It's officially 2024, and I'm out of here.